Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mabi and I want to quickly chillax, sit here and let you guys know my true and honest thoughts on Fire Emblem Three Houses. This game came out, let's say 2 to 3 weeks ago, and personally I'm playing it in chunks. I've only maybe gotten around to, I want to say 13 to 16 hours of it, and I know I have a long way to go, but I think 16-ish hours is a good stopping point. Not stopping the game, but a stopping point where I can just let you guys know my initial thoughts on it. If I like it, am I going to continue it? First of all, have I played Fire Emblem games before? And the answer is yes, but very recently. Now, I knew this one was coming out, so I wanted to start all the way from the beginning. So the first game in the series came out on the original Famicom very early. I want to say like as early as 85 to 87, one of those things, and it never came out over here in the US until really later. I don't know if it's either the Game Boy Advance or it's the original Nintendo DS, but the remake of the first one came out and you can play that there, but I wanted to play it, you know, as it was then. So luckily, if you want to play with an emulator, you can patch a ROM, so it's all translated into English. So I did play that one, and my god, it's rough and hard. For sure. It's a really good game. Have I played any of the other ones? No, I have not, but I'm very familiar with what it's all about. You know, it's all about relationships with your units, picking the best strategies, you know, strategic combat, etc. Permadeath, I know a lot of that going on here, so it was a no-brainer that I would pick up Three Houses. It's a super crazy long RPG. You are definitely going to get your money's worth. And this isn't a video on if you should get it or not. I absolutely get it. It's, you know, my thoughts on it. So, is it a good game? Is it a 10 out of 10? Alright. With, you know, I have no bias towards it or not. Like I said, I familiarize myself with the series, but I'm not a super crazy long-time fan. But I can appreciate what it has brought to the table. Its worth and value. It's definitely a solid 8 out of 10 overall. Let's quickly cover all the bases. The story is really good and engaging. It starts you off with a character that you name. You can be a male or female. You are dropped into this house where you have to pretty much take care of students. You get to choose 3 of the houses who has 8 students each. Each of those houses have, you know, male and female students, varying personalities and ages who you take care of. Through lecturing, through battling, relationship statuses, and it's really interesting because, you know, when I first started, I was like, damn, there's like 24 students to like, who the hell am I gonna befriend, etc. But then as soon as you pick that one house, you get to 8 students, you really get to know those guys, and some of them you may hate at first, and then you slowly understand why they act the way, and you're like, okay, I like that guy now. Or your favorite waifus. You might go hang out with this girl, but then as soon as you try to, you know, get more like into her personality, you're like, oh, you're that kind of person. And then, you know, maybe the other chick who's quiet in the back, you're like, yeah, I'm starting to like her a lot better. So the story is really cool. And it has to do with usually war and stuff with these kind of games, which it is. It has like some magical aspect of time bending, relics of the past, crazy overall, you know, stories. It's really cool. So story, it's a big up for me. Really good. Audio wise, oh my god, the music is amazing. First of all, voice acting is great. I'm playing with the English voice acting. I used to, whenever there was an option, not even in Fire Emblem and tons of other games, I would always go Japanese because I'm like, oh man, I want to listen to it as it was originally done. I mean, back then, like, the voice acting for English wasn't, you know, good, but, you know, as the years go on, especially today, they're getting really good. One example I want to give is the Danganronpa series, man. 1 and 2, oh my god, I can listen to those voice actors all day, dude. It's great. So audio was good. Battle music, oh my god, it's like a big symphonic battle soundtrack that really pumps you up. It's really nice to listen to. So the voice acting, the music, the sound effects are spot on. I can have no complaints about it. It's really good. What I wish there was alternate tracks for battle. Every time you go to the battle, so far for me, it's the same dang song. It's a good one, don't get me wrong, but I wish there was more. But maybe once you get to more like elite battles later on, hopefully you unlock more. So graphics are nice. They have a cool like cel-shaded ish ish, you know, not like full cell shaded, but it's pretty good. It has an anime aesthetic, which might turn some people off. A lot of people like to meme anything that looks like anime nowadays. For instance, when Bloodstain came out, you know, the recent one, I freaking 100% of that game. A lot of people who I saw, like my favorite streamers, my favorite YouTubers would check it out and they're like, look at this weeb game. What the hell is this, a Castlevania? I feel like people are memeing anime aesthetics so hard that it's becoming almost shameful to try to even get into any sort of games like that. And that's a lot of bullshit in my opinion. It doesn't matter. Gameplay first, guys, before you even look at the aesthetics. Remember Minecraft? Remember Minecraft? How crappy that looked? It's one of the best freaking games ever made. No joke. So yeah, anime aesthetic. People need to give it a try. It's good. Bloodstain and this game. So graphics, really good, really good. They have like FMV cutscenes too as well, so that's awesome. Really, really cool. Character designs, really well done. Everyone stands out. Everyone has their own little quirk, you know, and you can also change characters' clothes. If you get, like, I think the expansion, a season pass, you can change your character. You can change your main character's costume right away, which is pretty cool. I saved this for last, the gameplay, because it's a lot. It's a whole lot to talk about. Alright, here's what you're going to be doing. Two big major things make up the bulk of the gameplay. Battling and perusing around the grounds with your students. What do I mean by that? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the student portion part. As I said at the beginning, you are you know, almost kidnapped, and not really. You were told, hey, you're gonna be a professor now, pick a house, you're gonna hang out with your students. So your goal is to make those students as strong as possible to do missions and continue the story. So what happens is there is chapters in the game, and each chapter consists of usually 1 month. So in 1 month you have a calendar, and you pretty much start from day 1, and then you keep going on the calendar. It skips days until you get to an event. So you start from day 1, bang, 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 bang. Someone's birthday. Yeah, I'll give them flowers. You like level up their affection. Bang, bang, bang. Free days on Sundays. Always on the weekends, there's free days. So what do you do on free days? You can go talk to your students to increase their motivations. You can hang out with them to up your relationship status. You can go fishing for ingredients for food. You can cook to increase everyone's stamina or attack for the month. You can eat with students. You can go to the training grounds to do, you know, fighting tournaments. If you have a student who's really good at lancing, you can throw them right in. You can get like the prize of the month. Did I say gardening? You can do gardening as well to grow food for said kitchen, and also like growing flowers for more gifts and stuff like that. You can go run around the whole area. You can go to the amiibo station, put an amiibo in, get some items for every single week that you go there. I think I forgot to do it the last week I was in the game. You can also go talk to other mentors out there to obtain some of their knowledge to increase your own character stats. You can go to a confession box. One random student will have a question. You can answer it. You can do choir practice, which increases motivation and also your faith skill. Oh man, there's quite a lot to do, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other stuff to unlock. There's a marketplace, items, a friggin' armory to upgrade and repair weapons. There's a battalion area to hire gamut units to equip on your people. You can, oh my god, there is quite a lot. So that's pretty much it for the free exploration part, right? And then you're going to be choosing your students, because each student has their own personality, but they also have their own preferred way of leveling up. Like, oh, this student likes to brawl with their hands, but you can always change them around. Like, hey, I like this guy, but I think he'd be better as an archer. So you can force them to change classes. So you have to give them a goal, like, okay, my main character, I'm gonna work towards swords and heavy armor, and we have 7 other units to bring along with me. Okay. I want 2 people riding horses, be really quick and fast. I want 2 mages here. I want a super healer who's focused on nothing but healing, you know, stuff like that. So you have to not only get to know your students, you have to motivate them so they can learn better, faster. There's tons of perks around there. So the whole slice of life deal is all about personalities and increasing their skills, and then you use their skills in battle. And let's get to this part. So battle is a grid-based combat system. You could think of it like XCOM, kind of. It's a little less complicated than XCOM, but it's more of like traditional strategy grid-based combat. You could think Final Fantasy Tactics if you want, but there's no like height differences. There's terrain differences. Like you know, if you're in bushes, you get a higher avoid chance. So you put your units on the field, and then whatever the scenario is, you have to defeat the unit at the end, kill them. You have a certain amount of turns to defeat all the units. You do that. You have free battles to level them up. You can do the optional side quests to gain more items. You equip everyone. It's really great. Honestly, it has a nice flow of everything, and I'm really addicted to it. So that's what I've been getting into in this game. Is it good? Like I said, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. Now I'm kind of in this little conundrum of the game is supposed to be about casually 40 to 60 hours long, right? And there's multiple playthroughs, and there's different difficulties to get through. They're even patching in a difficulty called lunacy or something like that. Lunacy mode. Basically, I didn't even mention this, but the different difficulties when you start the game, there's 2 difficulties they give you. I mean, 2 choices for difficulties, 2 separate choices. You have normal or hard, and this is, I think it's AI. I'm playing on normal right now, and pretty much in normal mode, you have, I think enemies are easier. I'm not sure if their stats are weaker, but then you have limited battles per week. Like, you have unlimited battles. You can grind as much as you want before the next chapter, where things are supposed to easily, progress harder and harder. If you're playing hard mode, the AI is supposed to be harder. I don't know if their stats are higher, but you get limited battles. So you have to make every battle count. You have to make sure you use your time super wisely. I'm already like so far in the game, but I would easily recommend anyone who's into this, play hard mode right off the bat. Like, I mean, you can change it, but I'm like, I just started it, whatever. So I'm gonna do normal, and then you also get, besides normal or hard, you get classic mode or normal mode. I think it's normal or classic for the permadeath system. Yep, permadeath. If a character dies in battle, depending on which battle it is, like it's usually story missions, they're gone forever, and I don't know. I've never had a unit die. Well, okay, I have a unit get killed. But then you have 3 chances in a mission to rewind time and redo it. So yeah, unit can die. Honestly, I had no trouble with it yet because I'm playing on normal. My units are pretty strong, and as long as you play somewhat safe and smart and grind a little bit, no problem. But I can't wait to retry this game on lunacy mode whenever they add it, and of course try the other houses, because I'm not extremely far in the game, but I've heard that whichever house you pick really changes it up what happens later. So this game, if you have played any of the Fire Emblems before and you liked it, easily try this one out. For me, yeah, this is right up my alley. But like I said, in a conundrum, the game is super crazy long, and I don't have a lot of time to play and stream the game. But this game is on the Switch, which means it's very perfect for handheld. You can play for 40 minutes and quickly put it in standby mode, pick it up again, play for 40 minutes. And if I'm going to stream it, I'm going to be streaming it for like a month straight and no other games. So I don't know what to do with it. I've been uploading it in like 1-hour chunks on YouTube, and some people have been checking it out, but not a lot of people have, which is fine, Maybe people want to play on their own. Maybe they're not even watching the channel anymore. I just post whatever makes me happy. So I just put it up, but I'm primarily focused on streaming right now, right? So the question is, do I just stream this until I beat it, or do I take it off stream and just play it on my own so I can play in another game? Because like, honestly, like if you think about it, I can play this game for 60 hours on stream, which is cool, but then I can maybe finish 20 games in that amount of time, 20 other games, like newer games. So it's gotta be rough. I could split my time, but then I'm very limited also time, because I don't have a lot of time to stream. I have to do a lot of other recordings. I have family stuff to do. I have actual work to do. So I don't know, but anyway, this game is sweet, so sweet. Let me know down below what you guys think of the game. Have you played it? If you liked it, what's your favorite part about it? Who's your waifu or man waifu, whatever you want, husbando? I think that's what they call it. And if you didn't like it, well, let me know. I'm curious. Why not? Okay, so thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.